Hey there, this is K4A, Knowledge for All educational videos and tutorials. In this video today we are going to talk about different problems which you can face while you work in game development with file formats, softwares, importing, exporting, and so on. And for this example I will use Unity and some of the assets which I have downloaded from Unity Asset Store, which were free, the food pack from Unity Asset Store, but it's not specific only to this example and this engine. It can and the softwares which I'm going to use in this video. This can happen anytime, at any place, doesn't matter. It's not related to only to the tools which I'm going to use today. So in one of the previous videos we have seen how I have found those cool models, 3D models of food on Unity Asset Store for free. I've liked them, I have added them to my account, then opened them in Unity with my package manager, download and open in project, then click and drag them into scene, and that's all cool and nice. But sometimes, as we just also shown earlier in some of the previous videos, sometimes you as a developer or your game designer will need to change some of those, because he will need instead of this, for example, ketchup, he will need to add some kind of salad into this model, or to make it with 2 hot dogs, or create a double cheeseburger instead of one, to create a different shape or whatever, and you would need to remodel this asset or change the model, change the shape of it, look of it, whatever. So it's a realistic situation. So in short, you're going to use the models which someone else made in for you, maybe some freelancer, maybe part of your team, some team member, maybe someone from Asset Store where you bought it, doesn't matter. But the whole idea is here that I'm going to use these models to try to export them and change them. We have learned that if I need to change some of those models, I will try to find them in my project folder. So not hierarchy, it's only what's in my scene. I need my project folders open. That's where those files are raw on my computer. So in my case I need a hamburger, for example, and those are called add-ons, MG3D food. You can rename them to make things more easier for you, but that's how they're called by default. And here it is, hamburger, here shown in my project. But this is still Unity, right? We have learned that if I left click to select the model, then right click and show in Explorer, it will give me those files, my project files, on my computer. So this is now my computer and the files on my hard disk, not the Unity as engine, as software here working here, but file folders here. So I want to copy and paste this model, hamburger.fbx. I don't want to cut this because it will confuse the Unity. It will be just like I have ripped something from it and he will be confused because he will still be trying to find hamburger model here in project, but on my computer I have deleted it or cut it and so on, so just be aware of that. Sorry for that. And so I want to right click on it and copy. Here it is. Then I'm going to go to my desktop, right click, paste, So this way I have created the copy of Hamburger 3D FBX model. So I can close this one. I just want to work on this copy, and I can right click, rename it to where is renaming this Windows? Hamburger copy, just to be sure that I'm working on the right one. Okay, so first of all, as you can see, this is .fbx. That's a file format for 3D modeling. It's not unfortunately the only or one and the only format, so there are lots of different formats in 3D industry. They are a story for themselves, how they are made, created, why, when, by who, and so on. So it's crazy stuff, but there are lots of those, which makes problems. Why? Because, for example, and not only because, but first let's try to open it in Blender. For example, I have installed latest Blender, so this must be easy for this Blender to open it, and I'm not using a Blender in my workflow unfortunately yet. I will try to learn it, but I think file import is, yeah, here it is, and you can see, for example, lots of those different formats which I was talking about a few seconds ago. So Collada, Wavefront, STL, motion capture, FBX, where is OBJ, Wavefront, yeah. So some of those you can even see what are the creators of them, but you're more interested in extensions. .obj, you will use that one mostly, and also FBX for Unity and stuff like that. So there is an FBX, which is cool, so I will click load an FBX. Documents, no, I want a desktop, I want a Hamburger copy FBX, that's it. Import FBX, maybe custom, no, I will try by default. Maybe there are some things which I have to check, but I'm beginner at Blender. Let's say I have no idea what this is on my right side, neither I want to learn those and read those. I just want to import simple model into Blender. So let's try to do that. Import FBX, and you have the error here, ASCII FBX files are not supported. ASCII, ASCII, or however you pronounce it. So there is a problem. Blender cannot open this guy here. Blender cannot open this model which I have downloaded from Unity Asset Store. It says it's some kind of ASCII FBX, who knows what that is. I don't care, I don't want to know, I don't want to learn. No, but the Blender cannot do it, so let's try with something else. Let's close those two guys too. Let's close the Blender first. Let me try with Sculptris. So the problem with Blender was the format, FBX format. So that was the problem. Oh, this guy has the problem with format too. He can open only OBJ. So, oh yeah, we can open tester OBJ, which we made in previous video, but I even cannot see the FBX. I can go with ZBrush, GeoZ files and wavefronts. So, and although this is the old software, Sculptris, but it's very useful for me. I use it for professional work also. It works, it's cool, easy to learn, intuitive, fast. So I cannot open FBX. So by default I'm already in problem, because I cannot open FBX in Blender and I cannot open it in Sculptris. So I'm going to stop here. Yeah, 10 minutes. Just the whole idea here was to show you how easy it's to create and enter the whole crazy world of game development and 2D, 3D software problems, and sometimes it's connected to extensions, the files and formats of models or sprites or images you use. And you have seen how some even modern softwares like Blender cannot open those by default, and yeah, you can do and find some workarounds for those, but it doesn't make sense much, especially for beginner, to do that or to be aware of that or to be relaxed on that. That's what I wanted to show. And also we have seen that Sculptris can open OBJ only. So we're going to see how to solve this problem in a next video. So far so good. See you in the next one. Bye for now.